Hi, I'm Candace, and I'm with Grow Local, and today with our class that we're going to be doing, we're going to talk about herbs. What's a herb? Tell me what a herb is.
A plant you can eat.
It's a plant you can eat, but so is a vegetable. So what's a herb?
I think
No, you're right.
it's something that you can use for like sauces and things.
For sauces, what do you use it in the sauces for? I'm getting picky here, you guys.
Do you use it for like taste?
For flavoring. Years and years and years ago, when you wanted to get fresh food, you had to grow your own. If you wanted fresh meat, fresh fish, you had to go out and catch your own. And it was a lot of work. They didn't have refrigeration, which meant you went out and you had to hunt down the meat that you were going to eat. You had to kill it, you had to clean it, and you had to haul it home. And because there was no refrigeration, you really tried to get it all eaten before it went bad. And you know what? Sometimes that just didn't happen. So instead of throwing out something that's just starting to go bad, people started using strong tasting herbs to mask the taste. And they also discovered that when they did that, well, people weren't getting as sick as often. How many of you guys eat sushi? Who's had sushi? Have you eaten the wasabi?
Nope.
How about the ginger? Do you know why they put the wasabi and the ginger with your foods?
Since the fish is raw and it usually they like take it so that you can't taste like the yucky fish or something, and also so like that the diseases and germs and stuff can't get to you.
Yeah, fish is one of those foods that it spoils, it gets bad really, really quickly. And wasabi and ginger both have properties in it that kills that bacteria. Garlic is another really good one. Roast beef, they always used to serve it with horseradish for the same reason. Out of my garden, I have a golden oregano, which is fairly mild tasting, you guys. And I also have one that's called hot and spicy. There's also a Greek oregano that you can get, and it actually is known, it's got really good medicinal properties in it. If you get sick, sometimes your parents will go to the pharmacy or the health food store and they'll come home with a little brown bottle with an eyedropper on it, and it's oil of oregano. Anybody here had oil of oregano because they didn't feel good? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Tastes kind of nasty, doesn't it? But that thing is absolutely brilliant for getting rid of the germs that you've got inside, and it helps you make you feel better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand out a leaf to everybody, and I want you to look at the leaf, see what it looks like, and then I want you to crunch it up, smell it, and then I want you to taste it with your teeth. Just go. So you're releasing some of the oils. If you like it, eat it. If you don't like it, you have a paper towel on your desk and you can just put it on your paper towel and put it on ignore. All right? Some of these you will really like, you guys, and some of them you'll go,
What do I do first again?
just look at it and then crunch it all up and smell it and then taste it. So touch, smell, and taste.
The leaves are good.
They are, aren't they? But did you guys see a difference between the mild
Yes.
and that other one? That other one, you bite on it and it kind of has a ping to it, doesn't it? Now I have a plant that's gone to flower. Does anybody recognize this at all?
I've seen it before.
I recognize it, I just forget what it's called. I think it's
I've seen it before.
Okay. Anybody know what it is? Nope.
A purple plant.
It's a purple plant and it's not lupins.
maybe a rosemary.
No, but that was a good guess. This actually is used a lot with your chicken and your turkey and the stuffing.
Is it lavender?
No. But,
Oh, that's not.
okay, no, it's not lavender. This is what sage can look like when it blooms. Sage, yeah. This is their standard garden sage. I do have some leaves here, and I'm going to walk them around. And I'm just going to cut some pieces off. But you guys, how many of you guys have ever been licked by a cow?
Never.
When you feel this stuff, it feels like a cow's tongue. Sage does not really taste that good, so just take a little tiny nibble. It is also known as the singer's friend. You can take sage and you can make a tea out of it, let it cool down, and then you can gargle with it. And it'll soothe your throat. If you want to know whether something's a member of the mint family, feel the stem. It's square. Now, I have thyme. Lots and lots of thyme. And you can get silver thyme, you can get English thyme, you can get lemon thyme. And this one's lemon. This is another one that's used a lot with chicken dishes or fish dishes. Thyme is another one too, where the essential oils, if they're floating around your house, it can help ward off the flu bug. This, you guys, is rosemary. How many of you guys ever heard of rosemary? One thing you can do is if you've got a cookie sheet or you got a pizza pan and you put a little bit of oil on it and then you take some potatoes and you cut them up really thin and you spread them all over top of that pan and you put them in the oven and you bake them for about 20 minutes and then you pull them out and you put on your pizza sauce that you did with your oregano, and then you put on a little bit of rosemary, and then you can add maybe some pieces of chicken and then a whole bunch of mozzarella cheese. Put it back in the oven until the cheese melts and you just made yourself a rosemary chicken pizza. Potato crust pizza. It's good. So I'm going to hand these out. Like I said, they taste kind of piney. Rosemary grows in all sorts of different shapes too, you guys. It can drape down and hang like a carpet your fence or carpet your wall. Or you can get other ones that grow out like big bushy shrubs and they're called foxtails. This one actually has got really straight stems on it and they call it barbecue rosemary because a lot of people will take these little needles off and they will dry them and they'll save them for their winter cooking. And then they just use the stems as skewers and they put their meat on it and barbecue it that way and all the flavor comes out of the stem. So they get more bang for their buck. So here we go. We just had the comment that rosemary is really easy to grow. It is really easy to grow. It's a Mediterranean herb, so it's going to be the same as your thyme, your oregano, and your rosemary. They like the same kind of environment. They like loose, porous soil, kind of poor soil. And they can tolerate drought a little better than others. They don't need to be watered a whole lot. If you're growing herbs and they're really soft, like parsley and chives and cilantro, then you know they need lots of water. But if they're a little bit woody, you know that they can stand a little bit of drought, which means you can go on vacation and you don't have to panic or get anybody to water your garden. And I can't express enough how good it is for kids to get out and learn about where their food comes from, how easy it can be to grow, and there's nothing wrong with teaching them the trials and tribulations. You've put a lot of work into it, and somebody stepped on it and it's gone. Or the hail came and crushed everything. That's life. It's learning and it's connections. It doesn't matter where you go. You can always have a gardening connection. Whether you're at a community garden, whether you've got your gardens in your backyard, whether you're sticking a couple of pots on the edge of your property so when people come by they go, oh, that's kind of fun, and it starts conversations. Doesn't matter where you live or where you go. You will always find somebody that wants to grow, and it gives them, like I said, good solid connections with people, with life, with the food on their plate, and it's just fun. Who doesn't like getting dirt under